to our beautiful studio, and welcome to the semifinals of GSEA 2022. The judging works as follows. Each student will receive a score out of 100. 70% will be based on the entrepreneur. Do they have what it takes to endure entrepreneurship's ups and downs? And the remaining 30% will be based on the business. They will be judged, among other things, in accordance with the entrepreneur's organization's core values. Do they act with trust and respect? Have they demonstrated a thirst for learning? Do they have ideas that require them to think big and be bold? And do they act inclusively with an understanding that together we grow? Amazing student entrepreneurs have qualified for this year's Global Student Entrepreneur Awards. And the hard job of selecting the 6 students who will go through to the finals falls upon our world-renowned judges. We have 2 judging teams consisting of 3 judges each. And each judge has the responsibility of choosing just one student who they will mentor through to the finals of this year's competition. Please meet our first 3 judges. First up, Nicola Nell from South Africa.
I'm from Cape Town, this beautiful mother city at the bottom end of Africa. My business is called Atmosphere Communications, and it's a corporate and brand communications consultancy.
Next up, Kishore Mordani from Russia.
I was born and raised in Mumbai in an entrepreneurial family. I've been engaged in the business of fashion. We do textiles. That's what got me to Moscow. That's where I live.
And last but certainly not least, Safa Sharif from Bahrain.
I am from a little island called Bahrain. I sell automatic doors and a bunch of other products that are related to buildings.
Thank you so much, judges. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now remember, we have a 10-minute pitch followed by 10 minutes of Q&A. Let's start it up. Our first participant is Arnold Shoko from Tanzania. Arnold is the owner of a business called Samaki Farm, an amazing organization that is turning organic waste into fish feed. Our next student hails from Japan. Ren Uchi is the owner of Solafune, a next-level data science platform that utilizes satellite and geospatial data. Now that definitely sounds next level. Global environmental issues have led to an even greater need for clean, renewable energy. And our next participant is doing just that. Pranav developed revolutionary technology to create the world's first hydrogen peroxide printer. India is representing big time in this year's semifinals. Lakshmanan is our 5th participant here today, and he is part of a startup called Backyard Creators, which builds innovative technology to solve medical, social, and environmental problems. Theo Vlachopanagiatis is our 6th participant here in the semifinals, and he is a part of ROE, a mobility and green energy startup aiming to catalyze the transition to carbon-neutral forms of transportation and energy by developing cutting-edge optimization software. Finally, we have some girl power in the semifinals. Smrithi is from India, and she is the owner of Shika Creations, a design company that specializes in handcrafted traditional Indian jewelry, all made from terracotta. Smrithi, we are so excited to have you here. Judges, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Smrithi, your time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's start it up.
We customize eco-friendly terracotta products with perfection and market them at nominal cost. Shika introduced terracotta blends with tassels, pom-poms, kundan stones, pearls, etc. I am a passion-driven student entrepreneur who became bold and fearless by facing challenges. I've become optimistic and innovative by overcoming them. I've also become competitive on focusing to stand unique in the market. I dream big and have affinity for challenges, and that is the reason why I'm here today.
This is a very traditional business, fashion, jewelry. It's one of the oldest businesses. How do you see the role of fashion in today's modern, jet-setting and high-tech world?
Yes, sir. This is a fast-changing world which has a lot of fast fashions coming up. And I feel that this handicraft is completely an eco-friendly product. It's completely sustainable. It does not harm the environment. And the clay itself is a very versatile material that everything can be made out of clay. Like any sculpture, any design, or any pattern, it's so versatile. And the only thing that we need is the passion towards it.
So if customization is your USP, will that not hold back growing globally because you need everyone to customize a product? How are you going to take over the world if customization is your USP?
Yes, ma'am. That's why we are in the process of launching a sub-brand, wherein the sub-brand will be a mass market brand with all the regular products in the nominal price range, and a premium brand with customized products. So we'll have both.
Smrithi Sivakumar, thank you so much. Congratulations on all your success thus far, and best of luck here at the semifinals. Now it's time for us to head over to a competitor from the United States. Our next participant is Joe Knopp, the founder of Ripple, a company that sells water bottles across North America and uses the funds to dig water wells in Uganda. Joe, welcome to the semifinals. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you for having me.
Judges, are you ready?
Yes.
Amazing. All right, Joe, your time to pitch starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's start it up.
From March until October, we sold our first 1,000 Ripple bottles. And then I headed over to Uganda and we built the first ever modern solar-powered well for a remote village in Uganda, giving clean water to more than 2,000 individuals and running water lines into 2 elementary schools. It was the proudest moment of my life. Seeing these kids' smiling faces and knowing that their kids and their kids' kids for generations to come are going to have clean water just because some kid in a dorm room decided he wanted to make a difference blows my mind. It's pretty simple. Be a part of the Ripple. Thank you.
What advice would you give to fellow student entrepreneurs or very young entrepreneurs who've not been to university, to college? What advice would you give them?
Being able to find those people that you can call whenever you need, that's been absolutely huge for me. Because growing up, I really didn't have a mentor. I had a teacher or two at school that was great, but I've just been surrounded by these amazing people who have already gone through it and are helping me skip the potholes. And so I would say start and find a teacher.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Good luck. Good luck in what you do. Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's time to pass the torch over to Brazil, where Diogo Bezerra started Plus One Code, a company that teaches people from underserved communities how to code. Welcome, Diogo. Are you ready to pitch?
Hello, everyone. I am the 5th of 10 children of a single mother, and she was my greatest entrepreneurship teacher, and the best entrepreneurship school I ever attended was the favela where I was born. Few people know how to code, and there are many job opportunities for grabs. I brought this insight to one of my greatest friends, Tawan, and together we create the first free programming school in Brazil for young people from the periphery.
Obrigadíssimo. We're so excited for you and Plus One Code. Nicola, Kishore, Safa, time for your questions.
Well done, Diego. Was there ever a time that you felt like giving up?
That's a question that every entrepreneur know how to answer. Yes, many times. A lot of times in the beginning, I felt that I wanted to give up. And even when in the process, sorry to extend on the answer, but in the process of being profitable, you feel that too, because I need to make money. If I don't make money, I will not be able to dedicate my full self to that. And so in the process, it's hard to keep focused and don't look in the other directions.
Fantastic work, Diogo, and best of luck as you continue to recode the favelas. Thank you so much. Staying in South America, but moving now to Colombia, we have Mateo Bolívar, a startup business owner who developed an app for hotel owners and managers that allows them to easily manage their staff, keep up to date with requests from guests, and so much more. Let's hear all about it.
So I want to explore new ideas, and I wanted to work in an industry I felt extremely passionate about, even if it was just going to be a side hustle. This industry in particular was tourism. And why? Because tourism is the way to change how the world sees Colombia. My country is beautiful and amazing, but sadly, for many years, we had these labels of drugs, violence, and a lot of bad stuff. But as soon as the tourism started to become a central part of our economy and the pillar of work for many people, people started seeing Colombia as a beautiful place that they want to travel to, a beautiful place that has amazing people, amazing hotels, amazing places to see. So I wanted to be a part of this change. So I had the startup experience. I had the drive to do something else in this industry, but I was completely ignorant on the topic of hospitality, of tourism. But the only way to remain ignorant is to never ask questions. So I started to interview people in the industry around what could be done better in the industry. Is there a problem big enough solving? Are you willing to pay for a solution? Basically, do you have a pain that I can solve? Because that's the only way to make a good business, solving a real pain. And out of this discovery, I realized that 7 out of 10 complaints about the service in a hotel in particular are related to delays, lack of information, long waiting times. And that's why I created Cotter.
And where did you get the budget for your initial investment in your app? Because certainly there was developers and coders and you were still a student. So whether it was EasyLine or Cotter, where did you get your initial money from?
Okay, so with the first one was an angel investor that was close to my family. I pitched to him during a lunch. He was motivated and he was like, yeah, I will invest probably not in the company itself, but maybe in you, in your drive as an entrepreneur. So have this money and start doing something. Then I went into a software development house and I said, okay, I know the basis, but I cannot code the product myself. So let's see what we can do, give them a budget. And we started to iterate with EasyLine. Then with Cotter, it was a little bit easier because in Switzerland, you have a lot of more access to capital compared to what you have in Latin America, especially in Colombia. So for them, it was basically just making a good pitch, a story that was convincing enough, showing a clear plan into what will happen with their money during the first year, that all of the KPIs, we completed them. But in that moment, it was all about promise and giving the confidence that they can say, I will put my money into you.
The time has finally come. 9 amazing businesses, 9 inspiring students, 9 powerful pitches. But there can only be 3 going through from this group to the finals. Judges, I cannot even imagine how difficult this decision must be for you. I'm going to give you some time to deliberate.
I think we're there.
Okay, judges, the time is now. First up, Nicola. Who are you choosing to mentor and move through to the finals?
I would be very privileged to mentor Smrithi going forward.
Smrithi! Amazing! Smrithi, congratulations! How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really happy. I'm on cloud 9 now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are. That's amazing. Nicola, how are you feeling?
I'm super excited because we are going to get you to the finals and we're going to win this.
Kishore, over to you now. Who are you choosing to mentor and move forward to the finals.
It's Diogo Bezerra +1 code.
Woo!
Thank you very much.
Yes, Diogo! Congratulations! Diogo, we are so proud of you, so excited for you. Tell us about all the emotions you're feeling in this moment.
It's hard to say. This is the third time that I'm trying to go through this competition, and it's nice to see that the mindset of never give up, how it is important to never give up of your dreams, of what you really want, you know?
Okay, everyone, it's time to learn the last finalist of this group. Safa, over to you. Who did you choose and who are you mentoring to go to the finals?
It's a difficult decision. I have to choose one. That doesn't mean that the one is a winner. As we say in Bahrain, you either win or you learn. So, Mateo Bolívar, get ready. We have work to do.
Okay, Mateo, talk to us. How are you feeling? What is going through your mind right now?
I'm super happy and honored and blessed to have the opportunity. I will give my best to America. So thank you very much for trusting me, and I will deliver my best on the final.
To the judges, thank you so much for your work here today, for your decision making. We can't wait to see you move forward into the finals with your top contestants.
Thank you. And I just want to say that I'm completely inspired by all these amazing business ideas. Feels like I have to rush out and start another business quickly.
Right? I'm ready to go start my first one. 9 down, 9 to go, and 3 new judges to help us determine the next 3 participants going through to the finals. From Tanzania, please welcome Baraka Mtunga.
My main business in Tanzania is internet services, and also I do ICT consulting and build infrastructure and I manage services for other companies.
From Australia, please welcome Lisa Andrews.
I'm the CEO of Wavia. We're an impact platform empowering people to make a bigger difference in the world.
My name is Tyler Olson. I'm from Minnesota in the United States, and I feel incredibly lucky to be here. I was lucky enough to be in the GSEA competition back in 2007, and it was a life-changing experience for me. This is gonna be an awesome day together. I am so excited.
Let's get ready to meet the next participants. Let's welcome our 10th participant here in the semifinals, Si-Young Lee from South Korea, who started Written Technologies, a startup that aims to redesign how we think and refine how we write through its technology. Andrew Kislov from Russia is our next participant and the owner of Fast Test Neuro Solutions, a web service taking consumer neuromarketing research out of the lab and bringing it to companies looking to make data-based decisions. Dominic Mueller is from Switzerland and owns the company Repan, a company that recoats used cooking pans. Reuse instead of reproduce. Simple and brilliant. Public speaking is definitely not for everyone. And that's why our next participant from Canada, Galia Amer, started TalkMaze, a company that teaches public speaking and debate coaching to schools, organizations, and individuals. Our second participant from the United States, Viraj Shah, started Vitalize, the first ever wellness app tailored specifically for clinicians and hospitals. Next up, we have a hometown favorite. She's originally from Zimbabwe, but grew up right here in South Africa. Chido Dzinotyiwei started Vombo Academy, an online platform that teaches African languages and shares various aspects of African heritage. Chido, welcome to the semifinals and congratulations on representing the host country of this year's competition. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Yeah, you are. All right, judges, are you ready to hear Chido's pitch?
Absolutely.
Okay, Chido, your time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's start it up.
Sani Bonani, Dumelang, Abusheni, Dumela, Moroi. My name is Chido Dzinotyiwei, and I'm the co-founder of Vambo Academy. With these greetings that I've just shared with you, you'll be able to say hello and start building rapport with over 70 million people in Southern Africa. And this is the power that our business Vambo Academy is allowing people to have in terms of indigenous languages. Our revenue model includes 4 different pillars at the moment. One is the pay per lesson pillar, where someone can pay for a 45-minute lesson with one of our experienced tutors. This is a one-on-one or group session which is live. Someone can also subscribe to our self-learning tool, which I just showed you in the demo, for $10 per month, and they'll have access to all the languages that we have on the platform.
Wow, Chido, thank you. Ke aleboha, asante sana, zikomo kwambiri. I think those are all the thank yous. I think those are all the thank yous I know in the African languages that I've picked up. All right, judges, over to you. What questions do you have for Chido?
Congratulations, Chido. And Vambo Academy is a very nice project. I have a question that's personal to 2 parts. One part will be, what are your personal core values? And what are the core values of Vambo Academy? And is there any alignment?
Yes, thank you for your question. I'll start with my personal core values. I think for me, one of my core values is to always work at my best and to give my best to my community. I have been raised in 2 African countries, and I've not just been raised by my parents alone, but I've been raised by a lot of aunties and uncles and teachers and, mentors that have really sewed into me. So I need to give that back. And I think those core values go into Vambo Academy.
Well done, Chido, and best of luck here today in the semifinals. There's a new craze taking the world by storm, or at least by digital storm. Non-fungible tokens, aka NFTs. Our next participant, Shaamil Karim, is the founder of Diginor, a company that combines NFTs with the biggest thing in India besides cricket, Bollywood. Now, I personally cannot wait to hear about this one.
So a quick brief, we're basically tapping into the pan-Indian love for cinema. And really the way we're doing that is through NFTs. And I feel like the moat within the company, or the USP, is the fact that we have 4,000 movies and titles exclusively held within Diginor for NFT rights. So we have all of your biggest stars from Reliance Entertainment, Rajinikanth, all of the biggest people in the industry working with us to make sure that NFT adoption goes mainstream. We're one of the first marketplaces in India to integrate metaverse capability, where, for example, this gray color suit that you see over here is a very popular suit worn in an Indian blockbuster movie. And so since you have exclusive IP rights to that movie, we made a 3D NFT out of it, where only the buyer of the NFT can essentially wear that suit in a digital party in Decentraland or Sandbox, right? So if they were to host a birthday party, they'd be the only ones allowed to wear that suit, which is kind of like has a lot of sentimental value as well as investment value, because they can actually rent out this suit to other people within the fan club of a certain movie star like Rajinikanth. We started very early on, and today we have one of the largest Indian NFT communities with over 100,000 users. We're also a very easy to use platform where a person can come and buy an NFT with as simple as just a credit card or a debit card.
You mentioned with the suit in particular that the owner of that suit could rent it out to others. And so I'm really fascinated in the ongoing revenue opportunity of that and how you see that growing in a country with so much opportunity such as India and then internationally.
Absolutely. That's a great question. So I think what we saw is that the revenue really comes from the simple revenue share deal that we have with a lot of the celebrities and the production houses. So actually, I know Devin Finzer pretty closely through an email chain that we were connected to from OpenSea, and even Jeff from Dapper Labs and Roham. So from what we understood, Dapper Labs and OpenSea had this 2.55% marketplace fee that was really the revenue source. But what we did very early on is that we signed up a bunch of these studios and celebrities very cheap early on. So we got like 50% of their revenue share signed exclusively for DigiNote. And so I think that has been the main revenue source for us right now. But additionally, what has happened is that, like you just mentioned, for the renting of the suit, what happens is that every time the suit is rented, we get 10% of the rental fees that flows automatically back to us. So 10% of all future trades of our NFTs automatically flow to us and the studio as royalties. So I think that is something that we've done to just maintain a steady cash flow as we go about, a big cycle of ups and downs in the NFT and crypto industry.
Amazing, Shaamil. The fact that you're 18 is also very impressive. So I'm just amazed at how young you are. I would like to ask you, what do you fear as an entrepreneur today?
I think, like you mentioned, my age, right? I think now it's seemed like a big positive, but I think the biggest thing that I feared early on was my age alone, because I can tell you that when we initially raised a round of funding and we wanted to really scale really fast and hire employees, I can tell you that in my third interview of hiring a person right opposite, across the table, the person said to my face, like, I'm a 34-year-old, I'm not going to work for somebody half my age. And so he just stormed out of the interview. And that's something that's really scared me from a very early age, like what would people perceive my age as? But I think with time, I came to understand that initially that everyone's going to be a little skeptical, but if you get past that and really explain your vision to the entire team, I think everyone can align not on the age factor, but align on what the general mission of the company is.
Our next participant is from Ireland. Nick Cotter started Cotter Agritech, a company specializing in targeted selective treatment systems for sheep. All right, Nick, we cannot wait to hear more.
Diogo from Ireland. Hello, everyone. My name is Nick Cotter. I'm a law and business student and Corcus Innovation Scholar at University College Cork, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Cotter Agritech. We are dramatically reducing chemical use in agriculture by enabling farmers to move from blanket treatment with antiparasitic drugs to targeted treatment, treating only the animals that actually require it. And this will positively impact the sustainability, productivity, and viability of millions of farm communities worldwide and enable animal production to have a gentler footprint on the environment. Farmers have to produce 45% more food from the same amount of land. And this is alongside having to meet ambitious sustainability goals. So agriculture has to change more radically over the coming decades than ever before, even during the Industrial Revolution. And right now, something that's really working against this goal is parasite control. To explain it simply, what we are doing is transitioning from the current practice for the last number of decades called blanket treatment, where all the animals in a flock are treated, despite only about 30% actually suffering from a parasite infection, and transitioning to a very precise application treating only the animals needed. So parasite resistance is a sleeping giant just awakening. And I'm passionate about this because I believe every farmer around the world would be better off if this invention is available to them. So really what the vision here is future-proofing animal production. We're breeding the animals that will thrive on the farms that produce our food in the future, that leave profit, will perform, are more carbon efficient and gentler on the environment, and will feed the world.
Brilliant work, Nick. Thank you so much for sharing. I, for one, have learned more about lamb and sheep farming than I ever knew before. So thank you. Judges, over to you for your feedback, insights, and questions.
Nick, you seem to have a lot of good things going for you, and you've got a lot of stability with what you've built. If you were to try to predict if your company were to not succeed, what would be the reason it would not succeed?
That's a fantastic question and difficult. Ultimately, I can't see a way for it not to succeed because I come back to what my parents always said, which is to never give up. And look, there's a great saying to couple with that, and there's something that I read before from the philosopher Nietzsche, and that's he who has a why will bear almost any how. And the importance of that for me is that no matter what challenges that we face trying to bring this to fruition, I know that the passion and the grit that is within our team, especially myself and my brother Jack, having spent 10 years already as entrepreneurs, that will carry us forward. And whether it looks like what it is today or it's a slightly different version of what we're already doing, I know we'll find a way of pursuing our ambition and delivering it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nick, and thank you, judges. Best of luck, Nick, throughout the competition. Who had the best pitch? Who will our judges choose? Only 3 more students are going through to the finals. Judges, I know this decision must be so hard. Let me give you some time to finalize your choices. All right, the time is now. Baraka, I'm heading over to you first. Who are you choosing to mentor and move through to the finals of GSEA 2022?
Nicole, for the finals of GSEA 2022, I pick Chido from Bamboo Academy, South Africa. Congratulations.
Wow, Chido, congratulations. We are so excited for you in Bamboo Academy. Tell us all the thoughts, all the emotions running through your head right now.
Yeah, no, I need to tell my mom. I need to call my mom after this. But I'm so excited. This is such a wonderful opportunity, and I'm so excited. Thank you.
Next up, Lisa, over to you. Who are you choosing to mentor and move through?
I really wish everybody luck. Today, I choose Shaamil from Diginor.
There's no doubt about it. I think from the get-go, from the presentation, I was just like, hearing about your experience with Dapper Labs is like, whether or not, whatever happens with GSEA, I need to work with you right there. And I'm very glad. So I guess Chido's going to call her mom. I'm going to go have some ice cream. I guess we're all going to celebrate. Yeah.
All right, everybody. 2 contestants down, 1 to go. But before we announce the last person heading into the finals, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. You have all worked so incredibly hard. You have put in so much effort, and your story neither ends nor begins now. This is all part of the journey. So keep it up. We are so excited for all of you, and thank you all for being with us and competing here today. Tyler, it all comes down to you. Who are you selecting to mentor and move through to the finals of our competition?
Well, first, like she mentioned, thank you. You are all very impressive individuals. You each have the ability to change the world. You each are impacting the lives of so many people, making this world a better place. And so I am very excited to announce my favorite I shouldn't say favorite, my winner of today's competition, who I'm excited to have the chance to mentor, is Nick from Ireland.
I just want to say thank you. It was an absolute honor to be representing my country. So to be going all the way to the global finals is just an absolute bonus. It's been amazing meeting so many other student entrepreneurs. I think we need each other's support to move forward with our different ventures, and it's been a privilege. And I'm just really excited to move forward from here and compete for the grand prize. Thank you so much for your support and belief in what we do.
Nick, congratulations. We too are so excited for you. What are your immediate next steps?
Probably have a drink tonight. we'll have to refocus and from tomorrow on to start prepping for the finals, which are swiftly coming up, I'm aware. So yeah, a little bit of relaxation, but swiftly back on the job of putting my best foot forward to try to win this grand prize.
Absolutely. It's all about balance. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. You've been awesome.
Yeah, this was great fun, and I'm definitely inspired.
And it was a great experience. Thank you.
The passion, the energy, the excitement, the new ideas, they're changing the world. Thank you for hosting. This has been an awesome experience.
I picked up Diogo Bezerra from Brazil, and I loved his project. I wouldn't say it's a new one, but what was really impactful was he was doing the last mile. He was educating people and making sure that they get employment and they go forward and make their life.
Mateo Bolívar, one of the reasons why I chose him is that he's a guy who thinks big and think big, be bold. He thinks and he takes action. resembles one of the core values of EO.
I loved Smrithi's business idea, and I loved that she didn't come from an entrepreneurial family. I loved that the business is scalable, that it had an impact, and that she chose two routes. The one was for sort of the mass market, and the one was the customized offering. So she thought about how to enlarge a business and to grow it, and I found that really inspiring for someone who's so young and still a student.
I picked Nick from Ireland. His work ethic, his care ethic, his connection with entrepreneurship and family, him starting businesses from when he was really young, and he had multiple businesses that interconnected together that led to what he's got today.
So I picked Shaamil from Digino, and it's really, there was a few things specifically. I can't believe he's 18, wow. And just the intelligence to be able to create what he is way ahead of his time.
I picked Chido from South Africa. The reason I chose Vambo and specifically her is as a leader of that institution, I felt that she resonates really well with EO values, and that regardless of what venture she goes into, she'll always kind of continue on this path of being an entrepreneur.
And there you have it, folks. 6 amazing participants with 6 incredible businesses that will compete in the finals of GSEA 2022. Who will win the cash prize? Join us next time on Start It Up to find out.